the Billowing Hilltop Podcast. Hello, dear readers. I hope you had good New Year celebrations and looking forward to the 2023. Hopefully without too much trepidation. Now, I finally, and for once, have some news and information for you. In a travesty of something that we don't fully understand, the Billowing Hilltop Podcast has been nominated for the ENWorld Actual Play Podcast of the Year Awards. We are as bamboozled by this as you are, dear readers. But we would be extremely grateful were you to vote for us. ENWorld is a website dedicated to role-playing games, D&D, all sorts. It has forums, it has news, they publish RPG material. It's a fantastic resource. They run an annual poll for Podcast of the Year, and we are in that annual poll. Now, to help us, therefore, you will need to visit ENWorld to vote. If you visit enworld.org, that's E for Eric, N for Noah, world.org, we are in the Actual Play Podcasts section. There's a link on the homepage. We are listed as the Billowing Hilltop Podcast, so you'll have to scroll down a bit. If you aren't already registered with ENWorld, and I would recommend that you would be anyway, because it's a great RPG community, then you will need to visit enworld.org/register first before you can vote. That's it. Any votes we get would be gratefully received, and maybe we can cling on, in a travesty of justice, to our world's 9th best podcast crown. The links to do all of this are in the show notes on the very device that you are listening to this podcast on now. Voting closes on the 13th of January. So why don't we pause, you go off and vote, and then when you have, come back, and we'll resume the intro. Right, we're back. Well, thanks very much for voting. Or maybe you didn't, maybe you just sort of just held on there. But there we go. Well, I can't say we blame you. If you want to support us in another way, then rating us or reviewing us on your podcast app of choice is always much appreciated. It helps us with our listings and so forth. And you can follow us on social media. You can follow us on Instagram now, at Billowing Hilltop. You can follow us on Twitter, at Billowing Hillto. You can find us on Facebook. You can email us at hello@billowinghilltop.com, and we will reply, for starters, and with your permission, read your email out on the show and address any questions or criticisms or whatever it might be that you raise. We'd just love to hear from you. That's it. That's all the news and information. That's all my boring social media rate review stuff. So let us push on with episode 123 of the Billowing Hilltop Podcast, Danger, High Voltage. Good evening, hello everyone.
Good evening.
I'm here with Dan and Paul,
Hello.
and Johnny,
Hello.
and
Hello.
Graham.
Evening.
Where were we? I don't know where we were.
We
I know where we are.
had the
I like that
Naga.
too.
Oh, I do
Brilliant.
remember. I remember. Yes.
Oh, God.
We're in the thingy. What's anybody else? Can anybody remember what we were doing?
The Naga had just appeared,
Yeah. Oh, my God.
and the
Well done.
other guy
Which is bad.
with the 4 arms or the 6 arms or whatever that hit, whatever he was called, he's somewhere.
The
We
Grievely.
haven't killed him, but he's around
Macabre,
somewhere,
it's
and he's
called.
got he's got his
Macabre.
staff back, so he's just going to be nasty.
And we're lined up for a lightning strike.
Except we're probably far enough apart to not get all of us.
Yes. Okay, so you can't remember everything that happened last week, obviously. But yeah.
So I can't remember. He said something, didn't he? And then the Naga did something.
He asked you questions in his whispery bad guy
Yeah.
voice number 3, which
That's
we're not going
right.
to get into.
That's right.
Macabre, anyway, asked you some questions. He asked you questions before, and then he asked you 2 questions when he reappeared, having zapped you all with that prismatic spray. I mean, that was a while ago. And then you all hid, and when you emerged from your hiding, you were all hiding in the corners of the Chamber of Long Sleep, tucked away in the corners of the silent spell. When you emerged, it had disappeared. The thing that you've forgotten, potentially, is that you sort of established that it wasn't real.
Oh,
The version of it that appeared and posed the question to you, the one that stood in the doorway to the fountain room, you got the sense that it probably some kind of projection. One of the things that gave it away potentially was that it did have that green crystal rod, but it seemed to be identical. I mean, it seemed to be
Right.
the same crystal rod. And
so
that,
it doesn't
I think,
actually have
caused
another
some
one.
suspicion.
Okay, good, fine.
But maybe
That's
not.
me being
And the other thing was that when Alessandra killed the gelatinous cube, the second crystal that was embedded in that second gelatinous cube smashed when it landed on the ground and the cube was destroyed. The wave of anti-necrotic, necronite green energy swept through the complex. When it hit the figure of Makar, it seemed to be unaffected, completely unaffected.
Right. So he's around somewhere.
Possibly.
Well,
Let's
try.
Certainly,
kill
whatever
the
that was wasn't
Naga.
real. Alessandra went into the fountain room and drank from the fountain, and the fountain is not full of cool, refreshing, healing water, but is in fact full of worms. Rescued Alessandra.
Yum, yum.
She headed west through the 2 chambers of bodies and looked south into an area that you'd not really kind of been able to look into before, and there she saw the Naga. The Naga is in a chamber, in the doorway of a chamber, full of clutter and rubbish, and it looks like started an abandoned kind of DIY project, sort of Heath Robinson, or what was the other person we were looking at? Rube Goldberg machines, like weird contraptions that it had obviously decided to try to create, one of which is a sort of framework, and within that framework is an odd, unsettling vortex of darkness. It said, "Why did you destroy the crystal?" And then it fired a bolt of energy at Alessandra, and that is where we left things.
Right.
Let us resolve the bolt of energy.
2 words. Oh, arse.
Basically, it's a lightning bolt,
Yeah.
Alessandra.
Yeah.
It shoots out at you, and you must make a dexterity save, DC 15, please.
Okay, I am going
Yeah.
to check something here because I have
Evasion.
evasion.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find it.
Well, it's very difficult to find evasion. That's the issue, isn't it?
Well, it's very hard to pin down.
Yeah.
You fail. Okay.
Just when you think you got it.
Okay. So, and also reliable talent. This is an ability check, isn't it?
This is a saving throw.
Yeah, it's not an ability check. All right. I'll still get plus 10.
Well,
10.
you're going to need
Shit.
it.
Oh,
I'm going to need it.
What dice?
This early on.
dear. Well, let's add that plus 10 to your dice roll. What do we get?
We get not
12
very much. That's what we, so I'm going to use my all dice.
Already for a lightning bolt. Excellent.
How wounded are you? No, you
I'm-
should be on like 70 hit points.
I'm on 81 hit points.
Right. I'm not going to advise here.
No, don't.
I'm staying out of this one.
Graham, how much do you reckon a lightning bolt is at this
I
level?
don't know.
12d6? Something like
But
that.
aren't you on half damage with your evasion?
Yeah, I'm on no damage if I
Well, you failed, yeah?
if I failed, so I'll be on half damage.
It's going
Okay.
to have to do a tremendous amount of damage to take you down, I'd have thought.
Okay, I'll take the damage.
Okay, well, it's 22 d6. No, it's not. It's it's
109 points.
it's
of damage.
124 d20.
Ricochets off the back wall.
They're back through you.
And
Yeah, so it's quadruple damage.
it's quadruple damage, permanent damage that
Quintuple
comes off your
damage.
maximum hit points.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Can you say that again, please?
You don't need to pay attention. You won't be needing to worry about this anymore. There we go. Very disappointing amount of damage, no doubt. 13 points of lightning damage. But, and it's a big butt. Almost as big, Paul, as your butt. The lightning bolt, as it passes through you, it doesn't dissipate.
Ooh.
It kind of goes whooshing, crackle through you, and then stops like the animated paperclip or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Or some kind of Disney cartoon thing. An angle forms in it, so it sort of rears like it's like a snaky kind of creature, and it's just hanging behind you, going.
Oh, for God's sake, I should have done the alt dice.
Well, I don't think that would have
I'm gonna.
stopped the creature appearing.
It is odd.
Lightning elemental?
The Naga,
Is there such a thing?
thinking about it, didn't seem to cast a spell as such. In fact, the Naga just really seemed to kind of raise its hand,
Yeah.
and then this bolt of energy issued forth. Give me a moment. I need a lightning figure. There we go. I don't know what that is. It's got some glowy bits in it. That'll do. There we are.
Thank you. Excellent. Do
Yeah.
I get powers because of it? Is now my
No,
friend?
It's Parker. We have no Lucas, by the way. Have you noticed?
Who?
Well, it's Christmas, isn't it?
It's Christmas.
It's Christmas. It's in the North Pole. He's getting ready to,
Oh, that's what's going on. What do you want to do?
Shit,
What is Parker going to do? Parker is standing in the Temple of the Fountain.
Parker.
Ran over to try and rescue Alessandra, and since then he's just been standing about.
How fast does he move? He's going to run back. We're going to take out the Naga.
I think he should run back and rescue Alessandra.
Again.
Yeah, exactly.
Ran in, rescues Alessandra.
Runs the other
She
one.
runs off,
Gets
gets into trouble. Yeah.
exactly.
Paul really wants another character.
No, I don't actually. Funnily enough,
It's quite suspicious behaviour last time.
Johnny and I have had a discussion about this, and Johnny's come up with a very good idea.
Oh yeah.
I should multi-class.
He's first.
If he's awake.
What level are you?
I am awake. I can't remember what we said you multi-class to.
Something where I can do the...
Very far.
Very far, that's exactly.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Anyway, back to the matter at hand.
I could run Parker maybe because I'm not.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah, you run Parker.
Did that awful
He's going to run.
bowl
He's
that I
completely
failed
different.
that takes me out for like hours and
Yeah.
hours.
3 months.
Johnny runs Parker.
Typical. Nothing ever changes, does it?
No.
While you're out, John, can you go down to the shops?
Yeah. What do you want? What does everybody want?
I'll have a
I'll have
lovely
a
Parker.
whirly.
If there
They
isn't
haven't
a-
got curly
Okay,
whirly.
if they haven't got a curly whirly, what?
I'll have a drifter.
I'll have a
then
wagon
I'll
wheel,
have
but if they haven't got a wagon
Treats,
wheel,
but if they haven't got treats, I don't want minstrels, but I will have Maltesers.
All right.
Can I have a lion bar, please?
Okay. Yeah.
But
I'm
I'd
sure
like
they
a
have
bar
lion
and a picnic.
bars.
I'll have a picnic. Yeah.
Yeah, if they haven't got a lamp, I'll have a picnic, but not a double decker.
No, I'll have a Zoom bar. No, I like double deckers. They're one of my favourites, actually. I like double
Really?
I had
We never really got on with a double.
I had the American Milky Way the other day.
Mm.
In a
Yeah, that
work-related,
was really
a
sweet.
work-related incident. A tiny little thing, right? So Milky Way size. First of all, wrapper is green, which is
Weird.
an odd decision.
Yeah.
Second of all, it's a Mars bar.
Yeah.
It's a tiny Mars bar. That is the burden that our American cousins must live with. Aside from
Poor them.
for the stuff to do with that orange man with the funny hair. Right. Bit of politics there for you.
Yep.
Parker. Sorry.
What's the wall doing behind the fountain, Mike? It looks.
What's the wall
elaborate.
doing? Nothing.
Yes, it looks elaborate from what we can see. Looks
Okay.
different.
Well, that's if the impression of the map is that it's an elaborate wall, then that impression is
Right.
not correct.
Okay.
Just move him to the lobby room at the north end.
Into the silent spell.
Into the silent spell, but he's looking down towards the Sea of Worms. Just checking, see if there's no horrible things coming out of the Sea of Worms. I'll go further north as well, so we're not in a line. So I'm at the northern end of the lobby.
Wise. Yeah.
Yes, that's it.
Nothing is happening to the south. That's it. A session's on 11.
Sessions on 11. So, yes, I suppose we'll.
Going on the B of the bang again.
Sessions will fly over to the far side of the lobby, up towards the ceiling.
Hidden away from the lightning and Burple and everything off to your west.
Yeah.
In the silent spell.
Yeah.
Anything else?
On the way past,
need
I'll
to
just
wheel
check
out
the
the-
Sea of Worms. Nothing happening there. I'll just.
Well, there are no worms in the Sea of Worms.
Oh, they're not.
Or rather, it looks like they're dead worms floating on,
And that'll do for now.
On 9, it is the Nasties of Kios. First things first, I roll a d6 for the lightning bolt. Oh dear.
Is that bad?
That's
That
bad.
probably means it does it again, doesn't it?
It can do it again. It's going to move to the western side of Alessandra, and then it's going to fire itself through Alessandra and Burple, appearing on the other side of Burple in the doorway near the silent spell. Can Burple and Alessandra please both make dexterity saves DC 15?
24.
Oh, okay. So
Purple
you
gets
saved.
26.
Right. Alessandra takes no damage.
No damage.
Burple takes
Okay,
half.
so 11
That's
points.
the end of that thing. The Naga has got to decide what to do. It'll start working its way up towards Alessandra. You can get to the opening, the aperture, heading to the south, Alessandra. It's only 15 feet away from you. It says, "Why did you destroy it?"
Okay.
And it will spit at you,
Oh, that's a bit rude.
hitting armor class 21.
Yes.
Can you make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw, please?
Oh, right. I'm rolling really badly.
Oh dear. What do you want to do? Want to use your Orc dice?
Yes, I bloody do.
Okay,
Jesus
off you go.
Christ.
Let's get those Orc dice out.
For fuck's sake.
Oh dear, that's an 8. Needing a 7. No. Orc dice is
Jesus.
gone.
My
Save has failed. You take all of the following damage.
Oh my god.
40.
You take 46 points.
Fucking hell.
I can do an uncanny dodge.
Okay, what does that do?
Halves the damage. When an attacker
You just got that.
you can see it hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction
Yes.
to halve the attack's damage against you.
Every time you're hit with a range attack,
Any attack
You can use your reaction to half the damage.
once around.
Wow. That's a rogue power, I presume.
Yeah.
You've never used it before.
No, I know.
It's like...
It's not something that's kind of come up. I've always been using my reaction to do other things.
Okay. Fine.
I don't think it's just a ranged attack.
No, it's everything. It's not come up before, Paul. Starting at 5th level, when an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack, you can use your reaction to half the attack's damage against you. That's it.
Yep.
Full stop.
That's it.
Not range, all attacks.
Yep.
You've never used it before, and you're 13th level.
Yep.
Okay. Well, you've become massively more powerful all of a sudden.
It's because I'm normally doing a dash action or something like that as part of trying to attack things.
That doesn't use your reaction. It's not your cunning action.
Cunning
It's
action
literally
is
a free
bonus
thing.
action.
It's only your
every
attack of opportunity. It's the only-
yeah.
Literally, you've been running this character for 2 years.
Yeah.
Since 5th level.
Yeah. I've forgotten about it.
Once around, you can just halve any damage from any attack against you. You've only used it now.
But I'm still alive.
You are. Just imagine
It's a
how much
miracle.
more alive you're going to be.
I wouldn't be any more alive at all.
No, how much more alive you're going to be.
Oh, right. I'm going to be from now on, yeah.
Now that you... Yeah. Anyway, so you took half damage from that thing.
It's only 3.
Well, that's extraordinary. And I think that is it for the Nasties of Chaos. You can see the chamber behind it. You can make out this weird vortex. It's an unsettling sight. On to Burple on 9.
Burple's going to hit this thing, I guess,
What, the lightning thing? Good. Oh, yes. Let me look it up.
with the Sword of Zosiel, hitting armor class 25.
Yeah, it's got a shit armor class. Yep.
So that does 7 points of slashing damage. I'm going to burn a bardic point, or whatever they're called. A point of bardness. Shittily. Rolling another 5d6, and I get 9.
I'm sorry. So Paul's been running his character for 2 years and has only just realised that he can half damage from all attacks against him. And you have been running your character for 2 years and you're calling it a point of bardness.
Well, I can't remember what it is. It's a bardic point.
It's a bardic point.
Bardic
Point of
inspiration.
bardness.
There we go. Bardic inspiration point. It doesn't make much sense. Anyway, 7 plus 9 is 16. Plus
16.
another d6
Of
lightning damage. Not ideal.
yes.
So that's another 1 point of lightning damage. And then I'm going to hit it with my Sword of Icosiel,
Yes.
hitting on plus 13 first.
13 is a miss.
Is a miss.
Just-
right.
Yeah.
Go more ones than
That's
any
it.
other number.
And then I'm going to step to the south 5 foot.
Yes.
Staying within its
Yes.
God, we've been playing too much Dungeon Bowl. Staying within its thingy reach, but
But trying to get out of lining up for a lightning bolt.
tucking yourself around the corner a bit.
Yep.
Is that it,
Yes, that's it.
Johnny?
Disappointing.
Let us leap into, not
Broom
literally
cupboard.
because we'll damage it, into the broom cupboard.
Why
So,
do they need to go in there?
because, this is now the 3rd session where
Oh yeah, Johnny's
Johnny's
on
character
the
is
astral plane or wherever he is.
doing whatever it is. He's still alive, otherwise he wouldn't be here.
Yeah, he's just on another plane.
Yeah.
Blind and on another plane.
So,
to find its way home.
Yeah.
so this is the worst rolling I've ever seen.
Yeah,
The amount of ones
that's
is low.
spectacular. 9 on 5d6.
Yeah, that's pretty poor. I'm gonna go after the lightning thing because you're standing next to it.
Okay.
The Naga can wait. I'd completely forgotten about Uncanny Dodge. I had genuinely thought I couldn't use it because I was doing other things, which took up that slot. I hadn't kind of.
You do have a history of
Not really.
missing
Yeah.
crucial things.
Right, Alessandra, who doesn't know anything about herself, on 20.
Alessandra's going to attack Lightning Bod.
Did I seem to damage it at all, Mike?
Yes, you seem to damage it. You're going to attack Lightning Bod. But first, Alessandra, you need to make
Really?
an intelligence save. Because you're close enough to the Naga that you can see its gaze, see its eyes. And at the start of your turn, when that's the case, you must make an intelligence saving throw.
Okay, I will do that.
Not a difficult one. Not a difficult one.
Well, that's a 20.
You're fine.
Hitting. Unbelievable.
Right. Okay. Is that it?
Unbelievable.
Is that it? Yep.
Unbelievable. I'm plus
Do you
12.
attack at advantage because
No.
you've got...
No.
No.
Attack, and then I'm going to move. and I'm going to fly back into the long sleep room, and then I'm going to tuck myself around a corner.
Johnny, you're a Parker.
Unbelievable.
If it is a real Parker.
Purple's been attacking this thing and seemed to have done damage.
With his swords.
Yeah, it seemed to have done damage on it.
Yes.
Okay, well, I might do this Fist of Unbroken Air.
That uses a
Been
key point.
eating rather a lot of beans lately, so.
I don't think you need to use a key point. You could just move up.
All right, I'll move up to him in the silence spell, and then bash. So I'm going to add 7 to this roll. 18.
18 is a hit.
15
is a hit.
Okay, so it's a flame tongue, a 4 and a 8.
What's going on with these dice rolls?
Yes, I know.
And fire damage is
2 1s and 2 and a 3.
So it's 15 points of damage.
Okay. You think that damage has gone through?
Okay.
I mean, you know.
Magical weapon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yep.
You're done? On 11 sessions, Epa.
I think I'm going to stop concentrating on the silence spell. I think that's getting in the way now.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly on the sweepstake to the middle of the lobby room, cast Toll the Dead on the lightning thing, and then fly back to where I was.
Does it have to make a saving
It has
throw?
to
or
make
do you
a
roll the
wisdom
hit?
saving throw.
Okay, so it rolls a 17.
Exactly what it needs to save.
Okay, and it also rolled a 10. Does that mean it takes no damage?
Takes a nil points of damage, and I move back to where...
Hurrah! Nasties of Chaos. You can hear a noise, Sessions, coming from round the corner to your south. It sounds like small things impacting from a height.
Like
So
dropping
it's
from...
refilling.
Something. Don't know.
I communicate that
lightning.
little bit of noise to the south, using the universal adventurous hand signals.
Which nobody can see because you're around the corner.
Parker can see them. Parker relays them with his ear wiggles to Alessandra, who relays them to Burp.
That's true.
8. The Naga comes piling round the corner into the Chamber of Long Sleep. It's about 15, 20 feet away from you, Burple. It's about 5 feet away from Alessandra. I'm going to roll a d6. 1 to 3, Alessandra. 4 to 6, Burple. Getting a 4 to 6, Burple. It spits at you, Burple.
Great.
Getting a 1.
It spits on its tail, dies in a
It's going to use its
hideous
Orc
pain.
dice.
It's got an
I
Orc
think it's going to
dice,
save.
does
It's going to save its Orc. It's going to save its. Well, it's a named NPC. That I think is it. Therefore, for it, the lightning thing. Oh, roll d6.
Fuck off.
Cock!
It's going to go for Alessandra.
Cock! Why is it going to go for Alessandra?
Well, because there's a corner between it and Burple.
What about Parker, who's standing next to it?
Well,
Sorry, Lucas.
you've talked me into it. It sort of rather takes it away from the action. That's the thing. I'm going to say 1 to 4, Alessandra. 5 to 6, Parker. Getting a 3. It goes for
Oh, now it rolls low.
Alessandra.
Now it rolls low.
And you've got to make a DC 15 dexterity save. It zaps into you and it zabbles out, bounces off the wall, ends up next to you in the square behind you.
9. There you go. I get a 3.
So you're going to take half of.
That's a 13 for save.
Yeah, but it's not going to be enough. So
anyway.
you take 10 points of lightning damage.
10 points left.
Nice and easy.
How are you doing now?
I'm on half.
And we move on to Burple on 9. Burple, what are you doing? Choose your words carefully.
I'm sorry? Why?
How are you approaching the duties of your turn?
I'm going to...
Run up and fight the lightning thing.
You only want me to do that because you're in trouble. I could lightning bolt the Naga.
Yeah.
I'm going to bang my swords together.
Okay, so when you do that,
I've not used this before. I
you
don't
need
think
to
I
make
might have.
an intelligence save because you're within the range of the Naga's gaze. Yeah, you made it. It's fine. And then you bang the swords together. Keep banging the rocks
What's the
together,
Naga's
guys.
gaze do?
Nobody's failed the save yet.
Okay, well, 66 Thunderblast
Nasty.
in a 30-foot line, so it's 3 times per day. Dexterity save, DC 14.
Rolling a 16. Saving.
Of course you save, yes, of course. You take half of
A bunch of ones.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage. Yeah, okay.
And I shall move to there.
So we've got the Chamber of Long Sleep. We've got the lightning creature, Alessandra, at one side of it. The Naga also all over on that side. Parker in the doorway in between the chamber and the lobby. And Burple and Sessions basically hiding in the lobby. on 7, Uncle Buggie from the vortex.
At last.
Appear.
What?
You hear a sort of,
That was weak.
and then a kind of, and also you can smell
Here's Uncle Buggie.
almost overpowering.
Back in town.
Right, so I'm running as fast as my little legs will carry me right
Smells like wee and spirits.
up the corridor into the chamber where all the desiccated skeletons. Is that right? And then
Yep.
I'm doing an ice storm centered just in the aperture between the two rooms.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
20-foot radius, so it won't get Alessandra,
Mhm.
but it will get...
Well, I mean, you don't know about Alessandra, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
We're not going to get to that.
So it captures the thingamy.
Yes, it captures the thingamy. Yeah. It's like Tolkien is with us.
Naga.
Yeah.
So 2d8 bludgeoning damage, 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, half as much damage on a successful one, but it's not actually that clear. I think it's just the cold damage you'd halve, wouldn't it? Rather than the whole lot.
Please don't make me look it up.
Look it up.
Oh, no.
Ice storm.
No.
The creature takes 2d8
Ice storm.
bludgeoning damage and 4d6 cold damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful.
It's one save for both, isn't it?
Is
This
it?
one's safe for both. Yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Or half as much damage on a successful one. What's the save DC?
Oh, you might fail it.
Might
I
well
think
fail
it's
it,
a
yeah.
bit
Probably will fail
ambiguous whether the half is the cold only. But anyway,
No.
Joel's
No.
is
It would say a
5e.
creature takes,
It's
it would say a
5e,
creature
it's
takes
simple.
2d8 bludgeoning damage, and then there'll be a full stop. Additionally, it takes 4d6 cold damage on a failed save,
Well,
half as much
yes.
damage on a successful one.
yes. If, yeah. But,
Punctuation is critical in this instance.
yeah, but it might not
Anyway,
apply.
it may well have failed, but I don't know what the DC is.
It's going to be a 15.
15.
It's failed the save.
So the bludgeoning is 5, and the cold is 9. Oh, 3 1s.
Oh, look at that.
It's
4
struck.
ones in total.
Oh, that's crap.
It is
Can
crap.
I just
Start again.
practice roll?
Can I roll it again?
Can I just roll?
Practice
Have
roll.
another go at it.
You know, I haven't been rolling dice for a few rounds. I've been out in the limbo or whatever.
That was your 4th level spell.
I think I need a bit of practice to warm the dice up. I think that's only fair.
Johnny, I'm sorry.
On week
Anyway, it's difficult
Johnny.
terrain now until the end of my next go.
20 foot
The whole
around the
20
way you
foot
centered it.
area, yeah.
So Alessandra on 20.
This thing's going to have an attack of opportunity if I move.
Baby, do.
Well, I think it
Not
has an
done
attack of
any
opportunity.
attacks.
do you
It
think?
probably
No.
has an attack of opportunity.
The thing is I'm now just not really able to not do anything with an attack because I do so little damage unless I'm doing sneak attack.
That was a confusing sentence,
So-
I think, for all of us.
You know what I meant? Which was, I can't really do much damage unless I've got a sneak attack going on. I've not got a
No.
sneak attack going on. I think what I'm going to do is, I don't know what it is in 5e, when you move and nothing but move and don't take attack of opportunity.
Disengage.
Withdraw.
Or
Disengage action. So
Disengage.
you've still got 2 actions left after taking the disengage action.
Yeah, so I'm going to move and move. And I think what I'll do.
I mean, obviously, you're going to make the
is-
intelligence save first. Sorry. Let's start with you. Let's start with
Yes,
the
of course, of course.
start with the intelligence save because you didn't say you're reverting your eyes, and then we'll get into the rest of it. Oh,
we'll
look,
find out what it does.
that is a 12.
12
11,
is
sorry.
sufficient. Wow, you've got a +8 intelligence save.
Yep.
That is massively impressive.
So an 11's save.
An
11's
11 is
a
a
save.
save.
That's good to know.
It's not a high save.
It's not a high save.
It depends how intelligent you are.
I've moved into the lobby, top left-hand corner, tucked myself away, behind Burple.
Parker on 16.
Probably wants to avert his gaze, yeah?
Okay, all right. Well, I'll avert my gaze. Can I move up to the Naga? And
Yes, you can.
hit it? I'll just at disadvantage.
Yes,
right?
at disadvantage.
Well, 18's the
so-
lowest.
18 is a hit. Thumpy damage.
9 plus 5 fire. 13.
Is a miss.
That's me.
On 11, it is Sessions.
Actually, sorry, I might use a key point to move away.
Desert trolley. Yep.
I'll
Okay.
use a key point.
You use a desert trolley to move away. Yep.
Can't you do flurry of blows or something? Doesn't that give you more hits?
You can spend a key point to make 2 unarmed strikes as a bonus action. I don't know, you're going to let me use a kick or something? 'Cause I got the...
Yes, I think that's the way it works.
Okay, alright, well I'll do a flurry of blows. No,
That's
that's
a 2,
miss.
so
And then
that's
the
gonna be a
next
miss.
one Attacking
Finally, double
disadvantage.
digits.
So 17 is the lowest.
It's a miss.
I didn't really want to do that, actually. I wanted to move away. Never mind.
Can you spend more than one key point in your turn?
It's probably a
Is that
bonus
anybody
action.
know? Oh, I see. No,
I don't
Yeah, I
think-
wanted to move away
Well, you're there.
because
Oops.
he will attack at advantage, won't he? Because I
He seems
my
to
gaze.
have 2 key points now.
He will attack
Remaining, I
at
think.
advantage, yes. Okay, well, we'll get into that in a minute. It's sessions on 11. You
Okay.
hear the sound of the dessert trolley being wheeled away, and it is your turn.
Well, there's so little I can do now.
The Naga goes,
Why did you destroy it? It was my passport out of here.
Oh dear.
Where to?
I've run out
Where
of
do you wanna
free
go?
actions. Cannot answer your questions.
Getting close to actually doing some role playing here.
yeah, let's
Can
quickly
we
avoid
get
that
back to-
and go quickly
yeah,
go back
can
to
we-
sessions.
To just rolling dice, please.
Rolling dice badly, that's the
Okay.
trademark.
I'm going to fly across the lobby into the other upper corner.
Yes,
And on my way past, I'm going to toll the dead on it.
on the Naga,
Yeah.
do you have to look at it?
So I guess I do. So I'm not going to do that.
Okay,
I'm going to fly not looking at it to the other side of the room, so I'm further away from the sounds that I heard.
okay, well, you're stuck in the corner of the chamber.
Yeah, pretty much all I can do. I've cast almost all my spells.
Okay, it's the nasties of Chaos. First of all, the Naga is going to attack Parker with a bite at advantage. That said, Parker's got a
Need
storming
23 armor
class.
class. Ridiculous.
So needing a great big number and getting not enough with the first attack. Another 13, and not enough with the second attack. It's a miss. He goes,
Oh, damn it.
and then it is going to move
Yeah, you just say normal sentences and put
sideways
to do your
It's
Naga
moving
voice.
sideways, and then I'm going to roll a d6. It doesn't get 5 or 6.
God,
the
for
lightning
that.
machine rushes up to Parker and attacks Parker with its other attack.
Yeah, the really bad
Is it doing a half movement?
Wants to do loads of damage.
But it's flying.
Oh,
It's an electric zap.
yeah, a bit weird creature.
No, nowhere near enough. Gets a 3 and then gets a 10, which is not enough. Second attack rolls a 1.
Oh,
and,
yes.
well, no, it's at advantage, so I get to roll. And I
Oh,
roll 20
no.
with the other die, so yes, oh no, that's the way it works. Double damage on Parker. Let's start with that, and then he gets to roll. If he confirms the hit, let's call him Zappy. It gets to pick a card. Oh, quite respectable damage for this little magic widget. It's a magic widget. 21 points of lightning damage on Parker. And it rolls a 10, so it doesn't get to draw a critical
That's
card.
good. Parker's on about third now.
Is he?
Yeah, or 32.
Yeah, about the same as me. I'm on 35. The dice rolling has just been fucking awful.
Yeah.
How wounded is Burple?
Yeah, actually, you might practice.
Purple's okay. He's on 98.
Mm-hmm. And Buggy?
120.
What?
We
Probably
haven't
need
been
to get you in
any
there.
combat.
I haven't done anything, have I?
Yeah.
Failed that miserable roll. That means I'm out.
Purple, what do you want to do?
What I want to ask is, what constitutes getting someone in a fairy fire? Can I turn it 45 degrees like that?
For the reader's benefit, we're looking at spell template that Dan has put on the map, and he's
A
turned it.
diamond as
to a
opposed to...
What's the description? 20-foot cube.
Yep. Let's have a look. Is it Player's Handbook?
I think you have to put it on a center on an intersect, don't you?
But that is on an
On the
intersect.
intersection between two
Is it?
squares, very possibly, but it's
No.
more a question of whether or not you can play around with. Why not just put it square? Oh, you want to avoid. Oh, I see what
I
you're
want-
trying to do.
Yes.
That's a very
what I'm
difficult
trying-
thing for me to rule on, because the effect would include the square that Parker is in, correct?
Well, it depends. That's
it's
what
more than
I'm trying to
50%.
exclude.
Mm,
It doesn't say you can't do it diagonally.
no.
It doesn't say you can either. I mean,
There's
I guess the classic question would be, if you're in a 20-foot wide corridor, yeah,
Mm,
that's on a 45-degree diagonal, why would you not be able to cast a cube?
yeah.
From your perspective, a 20-foot wide
Yes, you're-
corridor on 45 degrees or straight is
understand, I
exactly the same. I think it can't impact more squares than it would on a
So,
No,
So it can it'll only affect squares.
Yeah, I
so
see your
it's more
point
than
there. It's
50%.
16 squares. So you've got
16
to
squares, right. Well, it's affecting, I mean, this is fascinating radio, but it's affecting 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 24 squares.
So you have to decide which of those 8 squares are not really in it.
Well, you probably pick the 4 on...
Exactly. That's the difficulty.
Well, you don't have to pick another 4.
Well, you can't have it so that it doesn't affect squares.
When you Google it.
Can you?
Can you?
Sorry, I always come up with the most difficult questions. It actually doesn't matter. If I can do it diagonally, there must be a configuration that means I can get both of them without getting Parker. That's basically the only thing that I'm... If I can do it diagonally.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. What we're going to do is I'm going to let you do it. In this specific and only instance, it's fine. But between now and the next time...
Seems to be a bit of discussion about it on Google.
Quite a fundamental thing to think about. Right, yeah. In between sessions, I'll have a look.
In which case, I'm going to fairy fire those 2.
Oort looks down and decides it's doable. What's the DC of the saving throw?
15.
Starting with the little sparkly thing. Saves. And the naga... This would be funny. Saves.
Oh, arse.
So after all of that...
You're taking all the good dice rolls, Mike. That's really annoying.
Well, I think actually it's the... Oort looks down and says, we're not having that.
Not having you being able to rotate a spell 45 degrees.
Right, exactly. Doesn't like it, so he's changed the dice. What else are you doing?
Moving down to the bottom corner.
Slow and...
Uncle Buggie on 7.
I'm moving to the western side of the room with the desiccated skeletons. Out of my...
You're running as far away from the naga and so forth as possible.
No, I can't run in. It's still difficult ground. Then I'm going to do a guiding bolt against the naga. 20.
Hit!
Sorry, I should have said I was doing a high level spell.
You should...
But okay, I didn't say I was doing
well,
that.
I'm in a generous mood. I've just let Dan get away with murder. You might as well...
Okay, well, I'm doing it as a 3rd level. 25 points of radiant damage.
Radiance.
Well done.
Very nice work, Uncle Buggie.
And the next attack on it is an advantage because of a glowing light.
Got it. Well, that next attack may well become from Alessandra.
And then I'm moving back.
Alessandra on 20.
Right. Alessandra's going to fly. I'm just going to fly down to the hall, the corridor that runs between the lobby and the temple of the fountain.
Oh, towards the fountain room. Yep.
Yeah, so it's about 100 foot away from the naga. Does she get an advantage attack?
I can't see why not.
For a while, I'm just going to say it's going to be something like a 2 and a 5, but let's give it a go.
Right.
That's an odd thing to say.
It's not.
She
It's a
gets
12.
20.
Wow, it's going to be an awful lot of damage on the naga. Ex-naga, I'm guessing.
70.
hell.
That's quite a lot.
That's 70 points of damage.
Just double check a couple of things in. Just carry the 2. The 3 is the 4 is just plus the
Uses a once around
minus
uncanny
minus-
dodge.
minus the takes the
The evasion.
thing. Yeah. It's dead.
Yay!
Your arrow through its narrow little scaly neck. It says
Oh, arse.
Now what?
And then Alessandra's going to take a quick dash action, go into the Temple of the Fountain, and hide around the corner.
You flew across the lobby, didn't you? Can you give me a
Yes.
perception check as you do so, slightly retrospectively?
17.
Okay, that's the end of that. So it's Parker on 16.
Parker is going to bash the lightning thing in front of him. There's a 1. Does that mean I lose all my
roll
goes?
again. Well, you lose the rest of your attacks. Would you like to gamble?
I'm going to gamble.
If you gamble, roll again. If you hit, that just becomes a normal miss and you carry on with your turn. If you miss, you have to draw a critical fail card and abide by the consequences therein.
Oh, I'm going to gamble.
Okay, off you go. Gambling away.
16?
Is a hit. You're all right. So that was just a miss.
That's just a
Let's
miss.
move on.
Okay, the next one is 22.
That's a hit.
8 points of damage and
Yep.
8 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Still alive. I'm going to bash it again with another key point.
Difficult to tell whether or not you're really wounding it, to be honest. It's just a crackly thing of lightning.
17.
17's a hit.
11 points of damage.
Yep.
And again, 14.
14's a miss.
Are you keeping track of key points, Graham?
I have been.
So that's
Have
another
you
one.
used another one?
Yeah, so that's 3.
Another one.
Three of them.
Session's on 11.
You've used 3?
Yeah.
Hang on, let me just... I think that
2.
might be...
You lost a key down the back of the sofa.
Okay, you've used them all then. The session's going to fly down into the middle of the room and then fly the lobby and then fly back over towards the right. And on his way down, he's going to do Toll the Dying on the lightning thing. Wisdom 17.
God, I don't know if it's even got a wisdom save. It rolls a 6 and it rolls a 17, so it's made its aim.
Again, unbelievable.
Well, it's saving at advantage.
Yeah. Well,
Anything
that's
else?
me done then.
All
Nope.
done. Nasties of Chaos. Hurrah! Let's roll a d6 for this lightning thing, which is just still hanging around. Boom. It'll attack Parker using its attacky lightning prongs. First prong of lightning.
Jesus.
It's armor class 25, doing a total of 23 points of lightning damage on Parker. And then its second attack, it's armor class.
Fucking hell.
It's a 20, that's a critical. Let's do the double damage for starters. It does a total of 46 points of lightning damage on Parker.
Oh. Well, that drops Parker to 0. I guess uses his relentless endurance to appear on
knocks
1.
him back up to 1 hit point. And then let's see what happens with the critical. Let's see if it was a critical by rolling a d20. No, not enough. So there we go. But that's not good news.
No, he should have run away.
Well, he's not here, is he? He's not here. You hear more sounds. Splashing, splibbling sounds from down in the main Sea of Worms chamber. Burple on 9.
Burple is going to run 10 foot and peek into the Sea of Worms room.
Worms are dropping, spattering down through the hole in the ceiling into the lake.
What do we
They
know about
seem-
this hole? Is
Alive.
that the one we came out of?
Yes. It looks like they're dropping down from the floor above. Not in enormous numbers, but it's
Oh, the walls collapsed.
accelerating. Don't know.
No, it's the torch chamber, isn't it? Where there were glass walls holding them back.
Yes, that's what I mean. The walls have collapsed. They're now filling the room up there.
Do we know
Okay.
how quickly it's filling up?
I shall crack my swords together,
Yes.
doing 6d6 thunder damage, 19 points of thunder damage,
Saved
saved
to
half dexterity save, DC more. Oh, he's advantage. Fuck.
It's failed. It's failed. I think I don't obviously design these things, but I think I might have given an animated lightning bolt slightly better than a +2 dexterity save, don't you, in terms of flavour? But there we
Yeah.
go. You know, we have to live by the rules as they're written. Well, at least I do. On we go to, how much damage was that? Sorry, 16?
19.
19
points of thunder.
damage de thunder. Anything else? Uncle Buggie on 7.
Buggy.
Right, so I'm moving up into the room with the desiccated skeletons.
The desiccated coconut.
I'm now
yes.
peering through the aperture into the what we're calling the room of long
Turn into a
sleep.
policeman or something. I'm exiting the vehicle.
Yes. Just trying to be precise
What
for the reader's
occasions the
benefit.
damage on this instance?
And then I'm going to do another guiding bolt at 3rd level.
At that point, I spied 2 individuals in some kind of
Registered.
set 2.
Here we go.
Registered 2 individuals.
Yes,
having a different
26. Is that a hit?
room. That is a hit, yes.
Right.
Brilliant, sir.
Okay, I do
Did she, sir?
26 points of radiant damage. The next attack on it has advantage.
But there won't be a next attack on it because it goes and
Thanks,
squiggles
folks.
out of existence. Alessandra on 20.
Jenny,
Nice to be
you're
recognized.
clapping yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deary me. Alessandra?
She's gonna fly down the corridor, go through the lobby, fly. She's gonna go through
Yeah.
the long sleep room, and she's gonna join up with Uncle Buggie. She's gonna
Okay.
join up with him.
What do you want?
That's a move, and a dash. That's
Did
her
it?
action.
Done. Parker on
That's a round.
16.
Yeah, done.
Parker, I think he's got some sort of healing, hasn't he, as a druid? He'll probably heal himself. Cure wounds.
He's used his 1st level spells.
Can I do it as a 2nd level spell?
He doesn't appear to have any 2nd level slots. He's going to run over to Buggy, who he thinks is a junior cleric,
I suppose I could heal him. Not as good as the other cleric, though.
The other
You
cleric,
very, very, very nearly said primary cleric.
the primary cleric already had to bring back
The other cleric.
Alessandra.
The other
Alessandra
cleric's
last time.
better at
Yeah.
doing menial stuff like healing. So I'm pointing the other way.
The Healy cleric heard that.
I'm
amazingly,
pointing, I'm
and now has
pointing,
decided
Parker
that Uncle
says,
Buggie requires
"Oh, yes,
no more
yes."
healing.
I will go to the other cleric who does the menial stuff like healing.
This is
Well, I am running
this is
Parker.
being written down.
It has been
Yeah.
written down.
It's only Parker. I mean, Buggy wouldn't say anything like that about his cousin.
Right.
Strangely, there's some association between Parker
It's not the
and...
player, is it? Is in fact Parker. His rounds just take forever.
I mean, you are a better healer, Sessions. Do you want to heal him or?
Yeah, you're not going to heal him.
I can
just
heal him.
wanted
I can
to check.
heal him.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably not as good as you.
It's all right.
All right,
It's all right,
Parker
Buggy's
will
gonna
run up
heal up.
to Buggy then, ready for a heal.
Okay. Sessions on 11.
Okay, Sessions will fly to where Buggy and Parker are so he
Okay.
can administer
They're all
aid.
In this second
time.
chamber of corpses, south of you is the corridor that leads down to the Naga's lair and the weird vortex.
And maybe some
So
treasure.
what happened to you, Buggy?
I went to the Shadow World.
Ah,
She
the
failed
same
some sort
shadow
of saving
world.
throw.
I think I got banished to another
the
plane.
same shadow world where the spider was
Yes,
hanging out.
yes, I think so.
How did he get back?
This vortex at the room to the south here leads to the Shadow World, to and from the Shadow World.
So did you have to find it, or
I could see it. The Shadow World is a shady version of this complex.
so why did it take you so long to get back then?
Because I was exploring, I went the wrong way. Initially, I went towards the fountain,
Oh, I see.
and then I decided to go this way, and then I saw the vortex.
And
That was
you
an
saw
awful
no
long
sign
time to
of
do
this six-armed scary thing.
I didn't see the six-armed scary thing.
Interesting.
It wasn't. It was very
It
boring. Didn't do anything last session.
Well, we've got
Two and a half
the
sessions
south.
of not doing it.
We've got the south quadrant still to.
How quickly is the sea filling up with worms? Have we got a time limit?
I don't think it's filling up that quickly.
We don't.
You'd
The
have
worm-
thought that it
Hi-
would take a very long time to fill the whole thing.
But it suggests that upstairs is full of worms, doesn't it? That's
Yeah.
the...
It's the
I've still
worm
got a
high diving
dimension door.
competition.
I think we should go to this room at the bottom, search it, and then maybe take a short rest somewhere.
Yep.
Graham, can we just jump into the broom cupboard briefly?
Oh,
Yeah.
I think.
What's going on? Sessions has gone scaly.
I'll see you in there.
Okay.
What's going on with Sessions?
No idea. Remember in the Shadow World with the spider
Oh,
and
yeah,
Graham's
he went a
character
bit
came?
Scaly, didn't he?
Yeah, with the headlight eyes kind of things. Might be to do with
Maybe
that.
he's got some backstory we don't know about.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it for a second.
Or maybe it's that god guy, whatever his name is.
Oh, the Prince of...
The
Yeah.
Twisted
Trickery.
Prince.
Yeah. There's also a.
He took a
room-
shine to somebody, didn't he? Twisted Prince, was it Sessions?
Is it Parker?
Might have been Parker.
Come on.
Parker's got
let's not
the
push
thing
that.
with the monastery.
I think it was Parker.
There's a whole section to the south that we haven't
Yeah,
looked at.
there's also a room where the G Cube came out of. If you just down this corridor,
That leads through to the Sea of Worms room, doesn't it?
it might do. It's just an area we can't see here.
So,
All right.
Right.
Anyway,
I just had a weird mental conversation with, I think, probably the six-armed scaly guy.
oh really?
Mm,
And what happened there?
not sure.
in your head.
But he left by saying he was going to let us live,
Oh,
and that we might be important to the dawn of worms. I didn't really understand it. It's a bit scary.
Right. In
not
what-
sure I completely believe you, Graham, but we'll go with
There you
it.
go.
Okay.
Well,
Any advice on what we should be doing?
No.
No. Okay. Right.
In my go, I'll move up and heal Parker. 15.
15 points. I mean, it's a start. Puts him on 16.
Well, we burnt a lot of spells.
Burple on 9.
Purple will move into the room with everybody else and start heading down the southern corridor.
Southern Carry
You wanna check
Corridor.
what-
Southern carry corridor, yep.
Yep.
I want to check what.
The Carrot Corridor. Okay. Well, I mean, there's no sound apart from you can hear your senses as you look south down this corridor, Burple, that there is almost immediately a turning to your left, which you think must lead back to the lake.
Mm-hmm.
because you can hear the sort of plishing sound of things landing in the lake.
What's the deal with getting to that southern corridor, that southern landing?
Getting on across the lake.
Yeah.
Well, if you can fly, you can fly. If you can jump, you can jump.
Okay.
Can I get a lift?
What are the distances involved in jumping?
Please.
Aren't we going to search the bottom room?
Aren't we going to heal up? Have a quick short rest.
We'll go down into the bottom room, have a look around.
The naga lair.
Yes.
That's Uncle Buggie. Okay. Burple is you're done. I presume that you.
That's a move, yeah.
Okay. Alessandra.
Alessandra's going to fly down,
Right.
join Buggy, and start to search before having a rest.
Yes. It's like a hoarder's den. There's books, fabric, refuse scattered everywhere, piled high up against the walls. It looks like this naga, or some other occupant of this chamber, has been amassing a collection of bits and bobs, you presume, from the rest of this ziggurat. So it's old bits of furniture and broken chair legs and bits of stuff that it must have looted out of the library. Bear in mind that the library was mostly intact. It's obviously picking and choosing what it has been grabbing. And it seems to have been using these bits and whatever weird arcane skills it possesses to try and construct things. You're not quite sure what it was trying to construct, but it looks like the only thing it's successfully constructed is this weird vortex.
It does sound like it was trying to get the hell out of here, wasn't it? It's trying to escape,
It did seem a little bit cross that you destroyed the crystal, but
which it said was its way out of here.
never
Plus,
really,
we've not
you
yet-
never really got into a conversation with it about quite
No,
what was going on there. I mean, it didn't really give you
Well, it
much
kept
of a chance
attacking
to.
us, so
Yeah, no,
Well,
absolutely.
I guess if it can't fly, how's it going to get
It
up?
managed to get up the first time, though, didn't it?
Yeah, you don't know about that so much.
we've got to find the 3 pictures, which will then allow the beholder will then release it from. There's some kind of spell on
It
it,
might
isn't
be
there?
in this room, mightn't it?
That's
Do you think
a separate.
the 6-armed creatures sort of imprison these things that made it fight for him? Like the Naga, they're all unwilling accomplices or something. The Naga, the 6 angel
Really
things.
give me an Arcana check.
Angels of Death.
Woo!
Looks like
17.
it's purple.
Not good. Purple.
No, I don't know. You're just trying to sort of feel around in your memory around what you've experienced so far, trying to put these things together. But no, nothing's particularly occurring to you.
Okay, can we take a rest? Or are we going to search this room?
That thing is still out there.
The 6-armed thing?
I think
But
it said
it
it was
said-
going to leave us alone for now.
Yeah,
Whether it's
Sessions
truthful or not, I've
Exactly.
no idea.
but we can take it in turns, because I only need 4 hours. So I can take a...
You mean a long
4 hours.
rest? Oh, that would be ideal. But even a short
I can
rest
do a
would be
4. I
helpful.
can do 4 hours and then go and watch.
I've got a dimension door now.
So have I.
Excuse me.
I'll do it for.
That's 4 of us.
What, dimension door back up to the library?
Yeah.
I'd go onto the top of the
Oh,
ziggurat.
yeah.
Yeah.
Worms.
Let's do it.
There's 5
We're
of
all,
us.
you're low on spells. I'll fly up.
I'll stick someone in the bag of holding.
Yeah.
While they're making their mind up what they want to do, I'm going to search this room.
Well, there's nothing particularly interesting in there.
The artwork's not there. Oh.
The artwork's not there.
So where's the
No
artwork?
pictures. Maybe in the south lock.
The
No
Knight's
sign of
Park.
nothing that resembles the pictures that you were. There were pictures of Kulith Mar. That was the description.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that here. I mean, there's
We haven't
nothing
missed them
intact
upstairs, have
enough.
we?
Okay. All right.
Search the
Should we go up
body of
and
the
have a
Naga?
rest?
Oh yeah, good
Stay on the
idea.
body.
If we go up, we can't see what's going on. If we stay here, we risk getting attacked by the 6-armed thing, even though the
We're
6-armed
not gonna
thing
get
said it's
attacked
not
by
going to attack us.
We're not going to get attacked by the 6-something.
So I think that
And-
we stay down here.
All right. We'll stay down here. I'm going to start my long rest down here, Mike.
Okay.
Alessandra's going to tuck herself up against the wall. Actually, what
Is
she's
that a
going to
good
do
room
is
to rest in?
That's what I'm
I'm
wondering.
going to
Okay, I'm going to do a first level detect magic in that room. I'm going to burn my
In the
last
Naga
first-
room.
In the Naga room.
Maybe sweep the Naga as well.
Sweep the Naga. Sweep
Clean it up.
the lightning thing. If there's
Nothing on
anything
the
left.
Naga.
Try and clear away so that some of this junk, so that it's not blocking
I'm with you.
my detect magic.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to do a sweep of the whole area. Last 10 minutes, I may as well. We should also search,
Yeah.
see if there are any secret doors.
There's also this way out at the bottom, isn't there?
Yeah, and we actually haven't done the Kiersnite part.
Yeah.
Did we kill some of the Chaos Knights?
I think we didn't. I think there are 3 that's still there.
It was just Hinge
Doesn't
Head.
seem to be anything over there, though. No, Hingehead I think we got.
So Alessandra's in the chamber, Buggraft is in the chamber. The rest of you are loitering, as it were, in the room with the corpses. Burple, Sessions, Parker, you're not actually entering that chamber. You're casting a detect magic, but you're sort of looking down the corridor towards the chamber rather than
Well, I'll
being
go
in.
up to the door. Yeah.
Parker and Sessions are hanging back.
Parker will go into the chamber.
No, I don't think Parker wants. We'll hang around sort of just behind Burple.
Are you going to heal him? I forgot to heal him.
Yeah, of course you forgot to heal him. I will give him another Cure Light Wounds as we wander down together,
Okay. Yep,
discussing
that's
the uselessness of the other cleric.
Burple, you pick up a magical trace.
Yeah.
Yeah, quite a strong magical trace.
Okay, I won't tell the others.
Do you want to jump into the broom cupboard and tell you all about it?
Yeah. Now that you've given away that there's a big, strong magical chase.
I'm
Trace?
keeping an eye on Burple.
Trace chase.
Grace chase.
Seriously? Into the broom cupboard?
Go on.
No, he doesn't mean that.
Yeah.
I'll see you in there.
Oh, God.
I
Watch
mean,
him.
he came to my wedding.
Yeah, I think you know someone.
Yes, Buggy, what did you find on the Shadow World?
Nothing. It was really boring. There was a sort of shadowy version of Fountain.
Yeah.
The rooms were here. Sea of Worms. Oh, the Sea of Worms was empty, I think.
It did take you an awful long time to...
Well, it was only a few rounds, so I went one way.
Was it only a few rounds?
Way. Yeah. You were still in combat, so it seems like a very long time, but actually it's not.
Right. Okay.
The Sea of Worms was empty, though. I think it was an empty chamber, or it was a lake, I can't remember. There were no worms.
It was a lake of chill, dark water.
Right.
So,
What's the plan?
Burple, what did you find?
Nothing.
Okay, watch what Burple's interested in.
I mean,
What's next?
really.
We've all got our beady
Right.
eyes on Burple.
I'm going to.
Are you resting up? Are you using this chamber?
I'm resting
Yeah,
up.
let's
I'm
rest
resting
up.
up.
I'm resting up.
I've got stuff going on in the background. I need to know where you are and what you're doing. Alessandra, you're staying in the chamber. Buggraft, you're in the chamber. Burple, you're going to hang around in the doorway.
I'm going to run my detect magic around the place. So I'm going to back here to have a look in the Sea of Worms.
Nope, nothing. There is an enchantment, a strong necromantic aura on the bodies that are perfectly preserved in the first chamber of long sleep. There is...
Should
Yep.
we not do this in the broom cupboard?
Yeah, let's jump into the broom cupboard and I'll tell you what you find as you go around.
Oh, dear.
I think you can't trust Alessandra.
The trust of the party is breaking up.
I think you can't trust
We don't trust
Alessandra.
each other. We've got
Just
to
gotta
detect
keep
magic.
your eyes on people.
Graham?
No,
Not memorised.
Parker?
he's not here.
No,
He doesn't have any
have it.
spells.
Right. Buggy's in there. Sessions is hanging out the corridor outside. Parker is
Well,
left
I
by
think if
himself.
we're doing the resting, I'm going to rest in the room with the other resters.
So Sessions
I'm
is heading to the naga lair. Already, I'm just trying to establish just
Yeah.
over the course of the next
Lo-
couple of
and so
minutes.
Parker.
Tables
in
are
there.
flying around.
You've got a
Yeah,
table.
Parker is
Naga
heading to the naga lair as well. Yeah. So Parker is in
we're
the
gonna
naga lair.
We're
The
going to-
lager lair. And
Naga lair.
Alessandra's going to be resting so she can see through the door, see all the way up.
So you're leaving
So
the door
she's-
open.
Yeah.
Burple returns from a quick fly around the complex.
Basically, the vortex is magical. The room with the beep dobies in it is
Yeah.
magic. Is a strong enchantment.
The beep dobies. Yeah,
beep
good.
dobies, yeah. And the temple of the fountain. The fountain has sort of 3 auras on it.
Yeah.
There's something in this room. There's a book. I'll grab the book.
Book of Vile
Okay.
Darkness.
What is the book, Mike?
The book.
It's the Book of the Mighty Cleric.
How do the rules work with knowing what things are?
You just know what they are.
Yeah, automatically.
I'm just certain it's not that. Is that like diagonal? Is that like the diagonal fairy fire?
Well, you better look it up. If it's cursed, you probably don't know until you read it. And it's too late.
Yeah.
You could probably read its title page, yeah? But if it's bad, it's going to affect you, I would guess.
Identifying a magic item. Some magic items are indistinguishable from their non-magical counterparts, whereas other magic items are conspicuously magical. Whatever a magic item's appearance, handling the item is enough to give a character a sense that something is extraordinary about it. Discovering a magic item's properties isn't automatic, however. The Identify spell is the fastest way to reveal an item's properties. Alternatively, a character can focus on one magical item during a short rest while being in physical contact with the item. At the end of the rest, the character learns the item's properties as well as how to use them. Potions are an exception. A little taste is enough to tell the taste of
No,
what the
it's
potion
fine.
does.
Short rest is going to tell you what it is. It is a manual of bodily health.
Okay, well, I'll read that.
But you can start.
Hang on.
I found it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't work like that, does it?
As the
Doesn't it?
argument.
Oh, do you know what? We haven't had
haven't had
one of
it
these for ages.
It's a whole
Argument
episode.
there.
Fine,
For
I'm
ages.
just reading the book. It's fine.
It should increase your
What you know
constitution,
about
so that will help me.
what you know as you understand the properties of the book and you start leafing through the first couple of pages. Don't
Yeah.
worry, this is not committing anybody to specifically gaining its benefits. Is that 48 hours have got to be spent studying the book over a period of X number of days or fewer. You can't spread it out forever. So you can worry about that. Nobody's going to be able to grab the book, open it, skim through it, gain its benefits, laugh at the rest of you. It's going to take ages to study through and concentrate on it.
Okay, stick it in my backpack.
We're gonna
If
have
the
to
diary, it's another more pages from my mother's diary.
we're gonna have
I hope you
to
don't mind
wheel down
quite
around,
emotional.
wheel Burple
I'm gonna
around,
read
don't
them.
we? He's
I'm going to
gonna
read it by myself. It's my
As
mother's
we-
journal.
just pull him along behind us.
To
As he's
argue-
reading
Hang on. I think we should leave it with sessions, I trust.
Vortex
No. This is basically
In
handed
the
down by my mother.
framework
It's her journal.
Probably safer if you put it in my bag of holding.
in the corner of the room starts
No,
to
it's in my backpack.
spin
I'll put it in my
No.
backpack.
Safer bag of holding.
At
and
the greater
safer location.
velocity and it starts to expand. You feel that it's about
It's expanding.
to
Doesn't matter. So bag of holding is perfect.
Sorry, what is
feel that
expanding?
it's suddenly become
The
active
vortex.
and from its depths springs.
And what are you talking about? The vortex.
Well,
Yes.
we'll find out what springs from the vortex.
Yes, we were
So
talking
busy
about...
making about
things
the
up.
book.
Yeah,
Really
books.
next.
Week.
No, it's my mother's diary. I'm just going to read it over the course of a few days.
I think it's very rude to read your mother's diary.
No,
I will read it,
It
and check
tells
there's
me-
nothing
it-
inappropriate.
it tells me about my birth.
The Billowing Hilltop Podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Spire of Long Shadows and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. The Spire of Long Shadows was written by Jesse Decker. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!